Karma's a bitch. And, sorry, karma's a bad. Uh, it was a preseason game basically for all starters. And Aaron Rodgers claims that he owns the Bears. I have an odd feeling the turntables are going to be turned. That is me.
How's it going, Corey? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty great. It'd be better if I didn't have to go to work, but now I'm here. So we're good.
Now you're here.
Cool.
Perfect. I like it. You know, we picked our games last week, and just gonna throw it out there right off the get-go. It looks like you only got 5 games right, 9 losses, and a tie there. And then I went 9 games right, 5 losses. And we both ended up with a tie because of the Houston-Indianapolis game. We'll start off real quick. I want to ask you, how was it watching your Bengals play against Pittsburgh?
It was definitely a roller coaster. I'll definitely tell you that. There's definitely a lot of screaming, definitely a lot of crying, and it went back and forth probably about 40 times throughout the game. First drive was not too hot, thought we upgraded the O-line. First play took a sack. Second play threw an interception for a pick 6, That's our preseason. TJ Watt's hurt. I deserve Burrow. Cheap shot after play, Karma's a bitch. And sorry, karma's a bad.
I love it. I got to be honest. At least your team was in it at the
competitive.
end.
Yes, competitive. Yeah.
So mine, obviously, the Packers. They didn't do very good. 23-7 loss to the Vikings. It was a heartbreak. At least, I guess the one good thing out of that is I wasn't stressed about it all the way to the end of this overtime, with all the missed field goals and all the stuff that happened. So.
No, it's okay. Clark Harris is, healing up. And we just got the guy off the practice squad. We're gonna have a new long snapper.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So we're not gonna have a third string tight end snapping the ball. So that'll be great.
That's what the issue was, right? Like some long snappers.
Third string tight end who's never snapped the ball in his entire NFL career got him out here kicking the game-winning snapping the game-winning extra point, and it comes out half mile an hour.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, though. So
I thought once he got that touchdown, it was over. But you know what? I didn't know Clark was hurt.
All right. Well. Let's get into week 2. How about that? We'll get past these losses for our teams, and we'll just get into week 2's games here. Looks like opening the week is Kansas City at home. Looks like the Chargers are coming to town Thursday. Mm-hmm. Who do you got in this game?
So I think I'm going to take the Chargers here. The Chiefs. What was the score of the last game?
Chiefs got 44 points. Arizona only had 21.
Yeah. And they were on the road. So, and the Chargers. That was a close game. That was I have it open. I can't even find it. That was 24-19. I think that was also on the road. But I think the Chargers. Or that was at home. Sorry.
Yeah, Chargers.
I think the Chargers are going to be a hot team this year. I think the Chiefs are still done for. That was just a fluke their first game.
44-point fluke, huh?
Yeah. I think the Chargers are going to take this game.
Okay. So you got the Chargers winning this on the road in Kansas City.
Yes, Bengals can do it. Not that hard. Bengals did it twice. Bengals beat them 3 times twice on the road. Sorry.
I also love. Obviously you don't. But no. Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah, I do love the Chargers this year. However, going into Kansas City, I don't see it happening. I think Kansas City is gonna stay strong here. I think it's gonna be a shootout, though. I think it's gonna be a really high-scoring game, kind of like Kansas City last week. They had 44 points.
Not shootout.
I don't know that they're gonna get that many against the Chargers, but at home, I'm gonna say it's probably high 30s. It'll probably come down to Fourth quarter, say probably whoever has the ball last, but that's going to be Kansas City. So Kansas City.
Name one team you think that can win against Kansas City when Kansas City is at home. Besides the Packers.
My homer pick, the Packers. No, there's quite a few. You pick some top teams. I would say Cincinnati, possibly has a chance at it.
Obviously.
I'm gonna throw that out there just because, it's your
in the AFC
team.
Championship.
Yeah, I think Buffalo could run in there and pretty much put them down pretty easily. Pittsburgh probably stands a pretty good chance of that. Baltimore, a lot of top AFC teams could probably make it happen. I don't know. I'm not that confident in Los Angeles right now to pull out this win. So,
Okay.
Kansas City over the Chargers. That's going to give me another dub for the week up over you. So perfect.
I'm keeping. Hold on. I'm writing this down just so I can make sure you're not jipping me off some points now. Keep track.
Just review the video. Next game up, we got Cleveland at home. New York Jets are coming into town. Probably going to keep this one short and sweet because, unfortunately, I don't think the Jets are going to do a whole lot here. Cleveland, they're 1-0. The Jets 0-1. I think the Jets are going to go 0-2. Cleveland 2-0. Even with their backup quarterback. Well, that's not backup, but until Deshaun gets back. So anyway, Cleveland's going to steamroll them in Cleveland. Probably 28 to. I'll give him 7. I was going to say 3, but I'll give him 7. 28 to 7.
I'll literally just copy the same exact thing as you. We can just move past both these teams.
All right, perfect. Next game on the docket, we got Detroit Lions at home, Washington Commanders coming into town. What do you got there?
I'm taking the Lions. I don't think the Commanders are any good. Well, they beat the Jaguars, but that's also not saying anything. But the what are we talking about?
Washington,
the Lions,
and the
Lions. They stuck with the Eagles, and the Eagles are supposed to be a playoff team this year. So I think if they can stay within 3 points of the Eagles and almost beat the Eagles, they can beat Washington. I'm taking the Lions.
You're going with the Lions. This is probably a tough one for me. I don't want to see the Lions win, but they actually did score some points against Philly, so it's a pretty good run there. Washington, let's see, what did they have? They ended up with 28 over Jacksonville.
22.
So I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Washington on this one. We're going to differ. I think Carson Wentz, I think he'll pull through. I know it's going to be a tough game, but, it is what it is. Another kind of crappy game in my opinion, so be close.
DeAndre Swift's going to have a really good game also.
DeAndre Swift, yeah. I think he might. I think Washington has a pretty good run defense, though, so, but
he got 26 fantasy points against the Eagles.
Did he?
Ooh. Yeah.
Fantasy points. All right. All right. Well, that's another one. Another W for me. Washington is going to get the win, so. Next game, we have Tampa Tom going in to see the New Orleans Saints. That's probably going to be a good game, actually. I think they both did pretty well. Saints won last week. Tampa Bay won, right? Oh yeah, they beat up on Dallas pretty good. I mean, it is Dallas, but they did win that game. So I'm going to take in this one. I'm going to take the Saints. Saints are going to win at home in the Dome. Tom's going to be 1-1 after this week.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm sensing a trend. If you look at their recent games, I guess last year's games, first time they played, score was 36-27 Saints. Next time they played, 9-0 Saints. And then the next time they played was 30-20 Buccaneers. So they're about to go 2-2. So Tom Brady and his Gronkless team.
You say Tom Brady's going to come in and beat him in the Dome? Nice.
Yes.
All right. That's that's a good pick. I think this is one of the tougher games to call.
It hurts me to say.
They're both really good. So Tampa's got a Really good defense. But I think Jameis Winston, I think he's going to pull through. He's going to pull through for me on this one. Next game up, we have the Giants. The Giants are at home against Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. Who you got there?
Baker Mayfield and who?
Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. They're all on the same team, buddy.
Oh, and the Giants, okay.
And the Giants, yep.
In New York.
In New York.
And the Giants beat the Titans last week.
The Giants did beat the Titans last week. Saquon
on the
Barkley.
road. On the road.
Yeah. Yep. That's another game I called. Thank you very much.
Oh, you called that? Interesting.
Yeah, I did call that one.
Wow, that's crazy. Shit, man. If the Baker didn't look that good this past week, anyways, dude, I'm gonna take the Giants. If they can beat the Titans that are on the road, they're gonna beat the Panthers at home. The Panthers aren't that good.
Yeah, I agree. Giants did win by a 2-point conversion. Looks like late in the game. I believe it was Saquon Barkley that got that one too. He had a day for sure. Looks like Mr. Barkley had 164 yards rushing on the ground. Definitely helped out. Pull the New York Giants. It looks like he's back and healthy. So I am going to take the Giants at home over the Panthers as well. Next game up, we got the Steelers at home, the visiting team. The Panthers. Just kidding.
The Panthers, wow. They're playing twice in one day? That's crazy.
They're going
both
in,
at 1 o'clock? That's crazy.
They're definitely going in. They're definitely going to go in and, try and win in New York. No, it's the Patriots.
New York's not that far from Pittsburgh.
Bill Belichick and the Patriots coming into Pittsburgh. On this one, I'm going to say, Pittsburgh looked pretty good last week. They had their defense was really good. I know Mr. Watt is out for probably around 6 weeks with a torn pectoral muscle. But I think they're still good enough to take on New England and win this game, especially in Pittsburgh. I think Mike Tomlin's gonna laugh all the way to a victory with his team.
That's right. Well, from watching the game, Cam Hayward's hurt, TJ Watt's hurt, Najee Harris is probably hurt.
I think
probably gonna be limited on snaps.
I think he has a chance at playing this next week. Actually,
I think he'll play. It'll just be a very small amount.
Yeah.
But the offense for the Steelers looked absolutely terrible just looked absolutely terrible in general, to be honest. I think the defense carried the entire team last week, and because of this, TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. But if they're both hurt, I don't think anything is going to happen. But the Patriots just lost to the Dolphins. The Steelers' prime players are all hurt. I'm taking the Patriots.
Going the Patriots. All right. See, I think Joe Burrow, how many picks did he throw last week?
We're not on the Bengals yet.
He fumbled the ball, right? So, like, the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's not just about TJ Watt and Hayward, right? So
no, they were the ones bringing the pressure.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt, somehow goes up to block a ball and ends up in his hands like a fucking baby.
All right, so I got Pittsburgh. You got the Patriots.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I probably will never take Pittsburgh, to be honest. Whole year.
Next game up, we got Jacksonville Jaguars at home, and looks like Indianapolis Colts are coming into town to play around. Who you got winning this game?
Dude. Why are we gonna have any good games? 22. The Jaguars got last week. The Colts got 20. How's the Jaguars defense?
They gave up 28 points to Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders.
And they're going against another old guy, Matt Ryan, right? That's what they. Oh, that was a little. Yeah, they are.
They are.
So they can't handle the old men. So let's go ahead and pick the Colts.
You taking the Colts? I'm taking the Colts as well. I think Matt Ryan. I know they had a tie last week with Houston. Jacksonville. I really like Jacksonville this year. I think they're going to do a lot better than they did last year. Doesn't mean that they're going to win 12 games, but They still got a pretty good offense there. But the Colts, I think, are going to basically come in and win this game. I would say 21-14 Colts. Yeah. So the next game up, we got Baltimore Ravens, Miami Dolphins. They won their
game.
They won. Yeah, this is actually going to be a good game, I think. Both teams 1-0. Miami's coming into Baltimore. Here you go. Who you got winning this one?
Ooh. How many? I need to know the total points for last week. Whoever got more total points last week is winning this game. Ravens got 24.
Miami
Dolphins
20.
got.
20.
Oh, that's close. Ooh.
So are you just going to port over the points? Go 24 Baltimore,
Nope.
20 Miami?
No, I'm gonna go 24 Miami, 20 Baltimore. Miami wins. Boom.
Oh, so you just reversed what you just said. It was
Yeah, because I don't want the Ravens to win.
All right. This one, I'm gonna say Baltimore does win this game. I think they have a pretty good offense. It's gonna be very, very, very difficult for Miami to stop. I think they do keep it close, but Baltimore is gonna ultimately win. I think. What's his name? Who's the quarterback for the Baltimore
Lamar.
Ravens? Yeah.
Lamar.
Lamar contract year. Jackson.
Contract year, Jackson. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, I think he's gonna run all over the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins will, him and Tyreek and Tua, I think they're gonna do just fine. But Baltimore's gonna win this one, 24-20. I'm gonna take their scores from last
So
week.
you just poured over the points.
I am just gonna port over the points. Yep, from last week. All right, next up we got the 0-1 Los Angeles Rams against the 0-1 Atlanta Falcons. This one, I'm going to go ahead and jump out on a limb here. Los Angeles is going to win this game over Atlanta. They had a pretty rough go of it, but I think a lot of people are going to have a rough go of it when they're playing the Bills this year. Los Angeles Rams going to come out on top of this one, I think pretty easily. I think they're going to come back from being semi-embarrassed last week against the Bills. So I'm probably going to give them 28 points, the Falcons 10.
Wow.
Were the Rams at home last week?
Even though the Rams were at home last week, yes, they were. And it was probably full of Buffalo fans. It's probably going to be full of Atlanta fans this week. Still, I don't care. Rams.
Let me tell you. I know it was like a preseason game, basically, for Stafford. But he was throwing to nobody.
This is true.
There was nobody near him. Oh god.
He had one wide receiver, and that's all. That's all he had, and his name was Cooper Kupp. I think he had like 16 targets or something.
Okay, I will say they have a good chance because of Cooper Kupp. And let's hope Cam Akers can get some snaps, because maybe that's the reason they lost too. Because, it didn't really help me in fantasy much. If Cam Akers plays, Rams are winning.
Well, I mean, I think Cam Akers is going to play. It's just a matter of
That's
how
what we
much.
thought last week.
Yeah, I feel like Allen Robinson also with the Rams. I think they're.
Oh, yeah,
he's going to get.
yeah.
He's probably going to get a little bit more involved. I mean, they paid him some money to bring him over, and so yeah. Los Angeles Rams are gonna beat the Atlanta Falcons. So you picked the Rams as well?
Yes.
All right, cool. San Francisco's at home. Seattle Seahawks, fresh off a win from Denver.
Yes,
Yeah. So Seattle's coming into San Francisco. Who do you got on this one?
I am feeling that everything I said about the Seahawks is going to be complete opposite after I watched the game last night. Oh, God. They're not going to beat the 49ers. 49ers couldn't even beat the Bears. The Seahawks are going to take this.
Yeah, Seahawks winning. I think This is a tough one to call. after how San Francisco played, I know there was it was like a monsoon or whatever they want to say.
Playing
It
in
was-
Lake Michigan.
Yeah, they were playing in Chicago. It was crazy bad weather and everything. I'm gonna pick San Francisco in this one. I think overall they have a better team. I think the weather's supposed to be nicer. It'll be in San Francisco's favor. Seattle had a very emotional win over Russell last night in Denver. Nope, in Seattle. Denver came to town, but I think they had a pretty emotional win. I think they're going to be a little spent when they get into San Francisco. I think San Francisco wins this game, probably by 2 scores, 10 points. We say 31-21, San Francisco. Next on the list. Hey, what's this one? This is the Cowboys. Cowboys at home, and looks like the Cincinnati Bengals are going into Dallas this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That should be a pretty good game. I mean, you got the backup quarterback playing for Cowboys since Dak got a thumb injury. And let's see, Joe Burrow, fresh off of a terrible 4 turnover game
I
in
think it was
Pittsburgh.
about 6. I think there's 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Oof. All by Joe Burrow?
Well, I think we recovered one of the fumbles, but yeah, he did fumble it.
Okay. So we got the Bengals going into Dallas. This one I think is a huge bounce back game from the Bengals. Dallas is gonna disappoint like they always do. So I think no Dak Prescott. That offense is gonna probably stall out pretty bad.
Stalled out with them.
Defense is not very good at all. I mean, they gave up 19 points to old man Tom Brady. Bengals win this one pretty good. I'm actually, I know you said last week it was like 52-10 Bengals over Pittsburgh. I'm probably going to go 37 for the Bengals, 10 for the Cowboys. It'll be like garbage time points for Dallas towards the end of the game, I think. So.
Yeah, and Brandon Allen will probably be in and everything. True. Very true. I agree with everything you said. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be, though. Cooper Rush, probably, but as I've been researching it, I keep seeing things about how Jimmy Garoppolo might get interest, Colin Kaepernick, Mason Rudolph, all kinds of things. So I don't know what's happening, but either way, this will be the first time they've played all year, so it's going to be basically a preseason game for them, so I'm not really too worried.
I think it would be a little bit late to install a new quarterback into their system for this particular week. Maybe if they trade or pick somebody up, then
I guess it's for. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'll just look into that.
So, all right, we both picked the Bengals over the Cowboys. Pretty easy pick, I think, this week. Yep.
That's what I thought last week.
Houston Texans, fresh off of a tie. They're going into Denver, who's fresh off a loss. Yep. So it looks like the Texans are a half game up over the Denver Broncos. Who do you got winning this game?
I'm gonna take the Texans.
You got Texans?
Yeah, I don't really know why. I don't know why I'm taking the Texans. No, they're gonna beat up on old Russ.
All right, let's hear a guess. I want to hear it without any information. I just want to know what the score is going to be. Houston over Denver.
The score?
Yeah.
The score is going to be 14-10.
14-10.
It'll actually probably just be 10-10.
All right. Well, I got Denver in this game, Mile High Stadium. I think the Texans are going to be 0-1-1 after this game. Denver's going to actually get a win, 1-1. I think they're going to do all right. I think Denver has the way better offense. I think they'll do better than they did in Seattle. Seattle's a tough place to play, especially with that crowd going nuts.
Oh no, he's used to that. He was there for what, 10 years?
Yeah, but they weren't making noise while he was on offense, so
They were.
That's the caveat there. So Denver, I think, wins this game. I think it's going to be another close game. 24-21, Denver at the end of the game. Boom.
24-21?
24-21, Denver. Yep.
So it's still a close game. Okay.
Yep, still a close game. We got the Las Vegas Raiders 0-1 against the Cardinals, who are 0-1. Las Vegas, tough matchup last week with the Chargers. Didn't really get to watch a whole lot of that game. I think the Devontae Adams had a pretty big game. I think he led all receivers with yards. No, that was just Jefferson. Targets wise, he out-targeted everybody on the Raiders by a lot.
141 yards, 17 targets, and 1 touchdown.
17 targets, holy crap. That's crazy.
But he's also questionable. Never mind.
I'm gonna go Raiders on this one. I think they're gonna actually snap that. They're at home. A lot of crazy Raider fans. I think they're gonna bring home a victory there. So they're gonna be 1-1. Cardinals 0-2.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those guys with the silver and black face paint, and their tongue sticking out. I can already see it in my head right now. Yeah, I think the Raiders are gonna win this. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I feel like it's gonna be a low-scoring game, but I also feel like the Raiders might shut out the Cardinals. It could be like 10-0.
10-0?
Yeah. 10-0, 10-3.
That's bold. Shutout prediction. I like it. I'll let you stick with it. So I'll
stick with it even if you don't let me.
Let's put a $5 bet. I don't think Arizona will
I
shut
am
out.
okay.
They're gonna get at least a field goal there. All right. So we both got the Raiders there. Next game up, pretty good game I think coming up is Green Bay Packers at home versus Chicago Bears. Green Bay is 0-1, Chicago 1-0. Chicago beating San Francisco last week. Who do you got on this one?
Well, I mean, if we just look at the records, you can already tell who's the superior team overall. You can tell which team has the successful wide receivers, even if they're playing in a monsoon. One of the teams can't even handle like the dry land inside of the building. I don't know, but it was a preseason game basically for all starters, and Aaron Rodgers claims that he owns the Bears. I have an odd feeling the turntables are going to be turned.
So out of all that gibberish, who are you picking?
The Bears.
Okay. So.
The Bears actually won this.
Man, I was biting my tongue so hard as you were talking there. The Bears coming into Green Bay. As I told you earlier today, Green Bay is going to bounce back. There's Aaron Rodgers coming back from the loss yesterday. I think that's going to be a bitter taste in the Green Bay Packers' mouths. I think they're going to actually come out, getting those rookies a little bit of playing time in a real game. I think it's probably calmed their nerves a little bit. They're going to come out swinging this next week against Chicago. Chicago is always owned by Aaron Rodgers, as you've stated. So it's gonna continue to be that way. I think they're gonna actually put up 35 this week. Green Bay will.
35.
Yeah, Chicago 21, 35-21. Green Bay's gonna
vice
win.
versa for my score.
I think AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, both gonna put in big games. You're gonna see Big Bob Tunyon. Tight end.
Right.
I think he's going to have a really good game. Aaron Rodgers trusts him a lot, so I'm gonna actually predict.
I hope he can.
Tunyon's going to get 2 touchdowns. It's going to be amazing.
I hope he can trust one of his receivers. And, that's a tight end. So not too fast, but I guess it's something.
Who knows who's actually going to be the number 1 receiver for Green Bay?
Probably Tunyon.
Probably Aaron Jones. I could see him getting 120 targets this year. So good thing he's on my team. I like it. Fantasy team. Yep. All right. So I got Green Bay. You got Chicago. Next up, the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans, and it's in Buffalo this week. Who you got winning this one?
In Buffalo, I don't think I could name a team that would be able to keep up with Buffalo in Buffalo, to be honest with you. Maybe besides the Buccaneers, I think they have a chance just because of Tom Brady. I don't think the Titans are going to be able to stand a chance. I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills. 100% concur. I don't think there's a chance that Tennessee wins this game. Derrick Henry could be Superman, and they're still not going to win this game. So there's too many weapons for the Bills. Their defense is just too stacked right now.
I think we need to individually lower their cap space.
I think so, yeah.
Just for them.
Yeah, I think they need to have half the cap space as the rest of the teams in the league. So it'd be perfect. So, okay, well, so we both took the Bills. What a surprise! Last game of the week is going to be Minnesota Vikings, fresh off their winning in Minnesota, coming to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Eagles, pretty versatile offense. Minnesota had a really beautiful offense this last week too. Got to call it that. Justin Jefferson's going to be a challenge for the Eagles. I actually this is very painful for me to say, but I think that I know Jalen Hurts and the offense for the Eagles is pretty good, but I think Minnesota comes into town and actually beats the Philadelphia Eagles this week. I think the defense is going to shut them down a little bit. Might be a little bit closer of a game, but I still think Minnesota comes out ahead. Justin Jefferson's going to have a huge game again. Dalvin Cook's probably going to get a touchdown. And Minnesota Vikings going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, let me tell you, Vikings were fucking hot. I don't know if the Packers defense was just dog shit or they were just doing really good. I'm assuming they were just doing really good because I don't know. I've never seen dog shit Packers defense.
I've seen many years of that. So they've been better as of late.
And the Eagles almost lost to the Lions, which not a good thing to say starting off the year. Even though it's on the road. Justin Jefferson, Kirkland Cousin. I think they're gonna have a big game. Yeah, Vikings.
You got the Vikings as well. Excellent. Nice. I can't wait to after since that's all the games for the week, I can't wait to take like an extra 5-game lead on you. On our picks. I'm already up. Was it? I guess it was 9-5.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time doing that when you pick the Bears or we pick the Packers.
Boom! So I'm 4 games up on you right now, as of today after week 1. Probably gonna be 9 games up on you after week 2. It's gonna be amazing. Can't wait. Hugenberg, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm doing this little Hugenberg. Well, Corey Hugenberg. I appreciate hanging out with me on this little thing here, whatever the fuck this is called.
Probably figure out a name.
Absolutely, we definitely need to come up with a name for it. I don't know what it's going to be. Who knows? We'll probably get to week 17 and figure something out. But yeah, no, I appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. It's a great time to be here.
So I thank everybody that may have stuck out and listened to this whole thing. If not, hey, that's fine too. Just getting started, learning all this good stuff. So appreciate everybody's time. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it. Yeah, and we'll see you next week.